Good evening. My speech today will be on Walt Disney's legacy. Did you know that Walt Disney went bankrupt at the age of 21 in 1923 during a time of economic hardship in the United States? Did you know what Mickey Mouse's original name was? The answer will shock you. It was Mortimer Mouse. His wife didn't like the name because she thought it was catchy, and it changed to Mickey Mouse that we know today. These early setbacks did not deter Walt Disney, but rather fueled his determination to succeed. Growing up, my family and I always watched Disney movies together. My dad still has all of them on VHS. Here's Pocahontas, we have Lion King, Beauty and the Beast, and others. All my friends knew that when they came over, they would be watching some sort of Disney film. I spend my weekends now still watching one of my top favorites. While finding my childhood home, I told my parents we had to buy the house with the rock out front because it reminded me of Ariel when she sat on the ocean singing her song, Part of Your World. My parents still live there, although the stomp is gone. My thesis statement is Walt Disney was an extremely talented man. He took his cartoons and ideas to the next level of magic and creativity. My quote is laughter is timeless, imagination has no age, and dreams are forever. My speech will enlighten you of all of Walt Disney's magical ideas. You will discover how he brought his ideas to life. I'll begin by sharing Walt Disney's upbringing. Walt Disney was born December 5th, 1901 in Chicago, Illinois. His father was a carpenter, contractor, and farmer. His wife was a school teacher. Walt had three brothers, Herbert, Raymond, and Roy. His sister's name was Ruth Disney. Herbert worked for the postal services and didn't have any interest in Disney's ideas. Roy was fascinated by his brother's ideas, and they eventually became a team. Even though his other two brothers weren't involved in Disney's ideas, they both moved to Los Angeles to be closer to Walt and Roy. Sadly, Herbert passed away at the age of 72 from cancer. Disney's father stopped farming in 1911, and then the family moved to Kansas City, Missouri. Walt's family grew up poor, and his father bought a newspaper route to make more money. Walt and Roy worked long days for their father as teenagers, delivering newspapers to every customer. The newspaper route achieved significant success, promoting Walt to invest his earnings in a Chicago-based company known as the Ozell Company. They sold the paper route in 1917 and moved back to Chicago. In high school, there Walt started making drawings for his school's paper. At age 16, Walt dropped out of high school in hopes of joining the Army. In 1918, Walt Disney was an ambo driver in World War I for the American Red Cross in France and Germany. In 1919, Walt came back to Kansas City, where he met his lifelong friend and work partner, UB Iwerks, who was an American animator. In 1921, Walt created his first animation company called Laugh-O-Grams Incorporated. In 1922, together Walt and UB Iwerks invested in a small studio. Walt invested all of his money into his projects. He was able to save enough money to buy a second-hand movie camera. He produced short advertising films, each lasting 1 to 2 minutes, for a local movie theater. In 1923, Walt filed for bankruptcy at the age of 21. He left Kansas City and moved to Los Angeles. This year, Walt met his wife Lillian Bounds. She was the secretary for his company. She didn't always agree with Walt's ideas, but she always backed him up and was proud of his accomplishments. In 1925, Walt and Lillian married. Even though Walt was dedicated to his work, he was a family man. He was deeply in love with his wife Lillian. They had two beautiful children together, Sharon and Diane. This personal side of Walt shows that he was not just a creative genius, but also a loving husband and father. Now that you know the foundation of Walt Disney's upbringing, we'll take a deeper dive into his creations. In 1923, Walt and his brother Roy came together and created Disney's first studio. They opened a shop in Hollywood. Disney started working on his Alice in cartoon series. During this time, Iwerks came and started working with Disney again. Walt created the character Oswald the Lucky Rabbit. In 1927, before sound was transitioned into motion productions, Disney created a new character. This character would come to be known as the icon Mickey Mouse. As I initially said, Mickey's first name was Mortimer Mouse, and Lillian did not like the name, so they made it and turned it back into Mickey Mouse. In 1928, Mickey Mouse was first used in the cartoon Steamboat Willie. The cartoon was part of a series called Silly Symphonies. Walt was the voice of Mickey Mouse until 1947. During the Great Depression in 1933, Walt created the cartoon The Three Little Pigs. In 1932, color was introduced into films. In 1934, Walt created the first full-length animated feature film, Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. This film brought him remarkable success, and he was the first film produced in Technicolor. It was the highest grossing sound film and is considered one of the greatest films ever created. The new remake actually comes out this weekend, and I'm very excited to see it. This impact of this film and others like it on the audience is a testament to Walt Disney's ability to create a magical world that continues to inspire generations. Walt's inspiration for the film came from the fairy tale in 1812, Snow White by the Brothers Grimm. During the years 1940 to 1942, Walt made Pinocchio, Dumbo, and Bambi. Regrettably, these films did not perform as expected. Walt lost money and went into debt. In 1941, various cartoonists took part in a strike. This period coincided with World War II. Despite this setback, Walt Disney continued working on his ideas. In 1950, Cinderella was produced in full-length animation. 1951, Alice in Wonderland. 1953, Peter Pan. Walt Disney's legacy is marked by his perseverance and creativity, which led to creating a magical world in movies and real life that continues to inspire generations. Despite financial setbacks and a cartoonist strike in the early 1940s, Walt Disney continued to produce successful films like Cinderella and Peter Pan. His determination and innovative ideas left a lasting impact on the entertainment industry. Walt and Roy Disney Studio was among the first to foresee the potential of television as a popular entertainment medium. The Mickey Mouse Club was created in 1955. The American series featured various teenager performances that ran until 1996. Walt Disney promised his daughter Diane he would create a film based on her childhood book by British author P.L. Travers, Mary Poppins. In 1964, Mary Poppins was Walt Disney's pinnacle film. In 1955, Disneyland was opened near Los Angeles, California. Disney World was under construction in Orlando, Florida in 1971 at the time of Walt Disney's death from lung cancer at age 66. In Bob Thomas's book, Walt Disney, an American Original, on page 246 he quotes from Disney, "The idea of Disneyland is a simple one. It will be a place for people to find happiness and knowledge. Here the old generation can recapture the nostalgia of days gone by, and the young generation can savor the challenge of the future." Walt Disney cared a lot about the parks and the little things during construction. He meticulously inspected the park during its construction, considering in detail every design for public use. He planted long trees along the lines for the rides to provide shade for people and parents to prevent overheating. He believed the park was alive and would never be finished. On page 11 of Bob Thomas's book, Walt Disney, an American Original, he quoted from Disney, "Disneyland isn't designed for children." When does a person stop being a child? Take a minute to think about that. I believe that the right kind of entertainment can appeal to all persons, young or old. His influence and creativity persists till this day. Newlyweds have chosen to spend their honeymoons at Disney World without children. It truly is a magical place, no matter what age you are. Walt Disney was a family man. Despite his dedication to his dreams, he always included Sharon, Diane, and his wife Lillian. The girls were allowed on his production sets and enjoyed watching them come to life. In summary, Bob Thomas's book, Walt Disney, an American Original, page 354, The London Times wrote, "He produced work of incomparable artistry and a touch of beauty. Walt Disney's movies are considered classics and can encourage audiences of all ages to incorporate his dreams and wonders into their lives. Walt's films allow us to laugh and escape from life's reality." Walt Disney's legacy is marked by his perseverance and creativity, which led to the creation of a magical world and movies and real life that continue to inspire generations. Despite financial setbacks and filing for bankruptcy, Walt's determination and innovative ideas left a lasting impact on the entertainment industry. As Bob Thomas states in his book, Walt Disney, American Original, the magic of Walt Disney was larger than life, and the treasures he left will endure to entertain and enlighten the worlds to come. My love and passion for Disney films bring joy and laughter. I'm happy to say my 13-year-old son and family frequently watch these films and will continue Walt Disney's legacy. Going back to my introduction quote by Disney, laughter is timeless, imagination has no age, and dreams are forever. This quote encapsulates Walt Disney's enduring legacy. His creations continue to bring joy to people of all ages. His imagination has inspired countless others, and his dreams have indeed become a timeless reality. I encourage you the next time you go to watch a film to turn on one of Walt's timeless animations and let your inner child come out. Thank you.